We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. Morning, everybody. Happy New Year 2026. We welcome you to the Race Day Las Vegas show for the first day and the first race day of this brand new year 2026. And boy, did it come in a little bit on the shaky side here in Las Vegas. Started raining about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And it rained all through the night, and it rained and rained. This morning, it's still overcast. It's still raining. It looks like it's really misty, damp, and miserable out there right now here in Las Vegas. Outside, of course, here in the Racebook and in the South Point Hotel Casino, it's always fast, firm, and perfect. So there's no problem there. But we welcome you to the show. We hope you had a safe and a non-eventful New Year's Eve last night. There were still a lot of folks on the strip here in Las Vegas. I can tell you that, even in the rain. And the fireworks went off without delay, even in the rain. And it was just celebrating a new year, 2026. We want to wish a happy birthday, happy birthday to all the horses out there. All of them. They got a universal birthday today. The 4-year-olds are 5, the 5-year-olds are 6, the 3-year-olds are 4, and the 2-year-olds are now 3-year-olds. Starting today, they are the glamour group heading for you-know-what, the first Saturday in May. We welcome to the Race Day Show. We come to you live and direct from the soggy gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right out here at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard, a damp and wet Las Vegas Boulevard. And, of course, through the South Point Studio streaming network at YouTube, and then our local radio station, Sports Talk, 1400 AM, 107.1 FM. We welcome to the show. All right, we're going to take a look a little bit later on as we begin day one of 2026 on the road to the Kentucky Derby. All of the 3-year-olds now that already have points for the Kentucky Derby from their 2-year-old point-getting races last year. And we'll find out what trainers have the most, too. Okay? We welcome you, and if you're listening to us on the radio or on the streaming at the South Point's streaming network at YouTube, welcome to the show. Happy New Year. And, of course, all the other websites and the platforms that we have, our websites, and, of course, the podcasting out there, and your apps for your devices, your Google phone, your iPhone, Android, either the KSHP app for listening through the radio station and the YouTube app, watching and listening through YouTube streaming. We welcome however, wherever, whenever to the show. I know some of you are a little groggy this morning. Some of you probably are looking for a few aspirins this morning. And some of you just are just tired from having a lack of sleep from watching New Year's. Now, the cable networks, in the old days, we used to just wait to wherever we were at, watch the TV, say Happy New Year's at midnight, and that's it, right? But now, the cable news networks, they have the turning of the new year across the globe. I mean, I was watching the football game yesterday. The other TV had New Year's happening in Sweden and all that. I'm going, wow, this is amazing. But we know that everybody now is celebrating a new year, 2026, so we welcome you. All right, let's take a look at a few things that happened. The Florida Horsemen and the state of Florida and Horsemen, their organization, and Gulfstream Park have finally came to an agreement. Remember, it was going to expire at midnight last night. But they reached an agreement that Gulfstream has guaranteed that there will be live racing in the state of Florida through 2028. That was the agreement they have. Now, between the decoupling impasse that these groups are at, et cetera, it's getting a little bit of dicey of, where the live racing is going to go in the future in Florida, if not at Gulfstream Park. But for now, you got it settled. It's going to be racing through 2028 in Florida. There will be live racing there. However, Gulfstream Park announced that it's going to discontinue its Wednesday racing cards. So Gulfstream Park will not be racing on Wednesdays anymore. They're going to race 4 days a week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's it. No more Wednesdays at Gulfstream Park, okay? Throughout the 2026 championship meeting. And finally, we're going to take a look at 2 stakes races coming up tomorrow on Saturday. This is Friday. Nope, this is Thursday. two days from now. This holiday really gets you. Every day looks like Saturday to me. But in any case, Saturday, 2 days from today, there will be 2 races out there. Now, these are the first 2 races for 3-year-olds that do have additional Kentucky Derby points for the Kentucky Derby, okay? And they are the Jerome at Aqueduct in New York and the Smarty Jones at Oaklawn Park, okay? And they will have Kentucky Derby points. First races this year for the real 3-year-olds now for Kentucky Derby points. The Jerome had an original field of 5, just 5. 1 horse got scratched. We're going to give that to you a little bit later on. So there's only 4 horses left to go in the Jerome on Saturday. What is going on? Now, the Smarty Jones field at Oaklawn Park is a lot bigger. Not a full field of 12, but they have 9 going in the Smarty Jones on Saturday at Oaklawn Park. So you can see that a lot of the guys that have stables that are spreading out now are looking for the races, not only with the Kentucky Derby points, but also with the dollars, the bucks. So we'll go over those two races in just a moment. But taking a look at the top 40 right now, horses that have already gotten Kentucky Derby points as 2-year-olds in 2-year-old races, okay? Out of the top 40, here are the trainers that have the most, okay? Bob Baffert has 7 horses that have already amassed enough Kentucky Derby points to reach the top 40. Okay, now we know there's only going to be 20 in the race, but he has 7 with already points, okay? Second is Steve Asmussen. He's got 5 horses in the top 40. Kenny McPeak has 4 horses in the top 40. Mike Maker has 3, and Brad Cox has 2. So out of the top trainers, those are the guys that have the most horses that have already amassed some Kentucky Derby points. Now, when you're getting down to the, like down to 30 and 40, there's only 10 points already amassed. But these are the trainers that have got a head start on the other trainers with the multitude of their horses. Certainly Bob Baffert, my goodness, he's got 7 in the top 40 already. And we'll be adding to those points, obviously, as the year goes on, but we'll be adding to those points immediately on Saturday with the Jerome and the Smarty Jones. All righty. Wasn't much happening yesterday, okay? But as you know, Santa Anita canceled yesterday, and they canceled today again, okay? They got the opening in 2 days later on Sunday, but they canceled today and yesterday. Now we are crossing our fingers that the weather in Southern California eases up enough for them to get racing on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will wait and see about that. Now, as far as the weather is concerned, there's a lot of action going on over the California. California is just inundated with rainstorms. I mean, a lot of rain in there. It's going up and down the entire California state. From Northern California up into Oregon, up into Washington. So there's a big storm that's heading right across that has a lot of rain, and in the areas where it's below zero, below 32 degrees, it'll be snow. Now, when it gets over the mountain range between here, Las Vegas, and California, it loses some because then it becomes snow in the mountain range. But we are still getting some of the rain. As a matter of fact, it's still raining outside and misty. Hopefully, we'll get a little break. They said it's going to rain a little bit later on today, and then hopefully it'll get moving out. Now, if it moves out from here, it's moving out from California as well. So we'll wait and see about that. The only other places that really have any noticeable weather that would affect horse racing live today would be up in the Northeast. They've been getting pounded with not only snow, but blizzard-type conditions, high winds, etc., and very, very cold conditions. New York today, the high will be 29 degrees. In Chicago, 22, with some snow, I think, in Chicago. Now, when you talk about other racing centers, Southern California, of course, 64, and a lot of rain, but they're not racing today. We're going to get up to 51 degrees here in Las Vegas today. It's in the 40s right now, but we're only going to get up to 51 with rain continuing most of throughout today. Now, yes. Brownsville, Texas is the hottest spot in the nation. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. The weatherman ought to be ashamed of himself. 80 degrees today on the first day of January 2026 in Brownsville, Texas, while everybody else is either freezing or underwater. That is the case. Miami today will be 69 and sunny, so we got some good stuff going on at Gulfstream Park. Tampa Bay is going to be 67. And as far as getting in there where Oaklawn Park, it looks like it's going to be okay at Oaklawn Park in the 60s. I think it'll be there today. So that's just about the weather there. We're going to get up to 51 here today in Las Vegas. But that's the way it looks as far as weather conditions for the live racing out there. All right. On today's show, we got Jonathan Ardoon with us, and of course Rich Eng. Rich Eng gave us two picks yesterday in college football. One won easily, the other one lost big. Ohio State, which is second ranked as far as the finals are concerned for the playoffs. They were ranked the second ranked team in the playoffs. Played yesterday against Miami, who was a play-in, and Miami beat them big time. So we got the first upset in the college football playoffs on the way to the college football championship. But Rich, you'll have some more picks for us in football as well. We got a few. We got a couple of NFL games too today, which means something because the NFL is getting a crunch time. We're in the last week of the NFL before they start their playoffs as well. So Rich, you'll take care of that, and of course, he'll have a horse pick for us as well. John Linda will be with us. He has some. He has a pick today for us. He has a Linda report for today here at the South Point. And Jerry Jackowitz. Jerry, we'll wait and see if Jerry J shows up with us today. But there is Aqueduct Racing, so we hope that Jerry will. We hope that he didn't party too much last night and can get up and join us today. All right. Enough said about all that good stuff. We want to wish you a happy new year. Everybody out there, stay safe. Be careful out there. We wish you nothing but health, happiness, and prosperity for this year. And, of course, happy birthday to all of the horses out there as well. Now, we'll take our first break on this first show of this new year, and we will be back. Don't go away.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
All righty, back on the Race Day Las Vegas program for this brand new year, 2026. And don't we all have high hopes? You're looking at a person that has no resolutions, because I break them every year, so I'm not going to even go through it. No resolutions this year. Okay, taking a look at what happened yesterday at Aqueduct. Flavien Prat got his first win of multiples yesterday in the second race on a 2-year-old maiden. For Jeremiah Engelhart and paid $3.08 as the favorite in that one. Pratt came back in the third race for his second win of the day for Linda Rice and paid $13.02. And then he came back in the fifth race for his third win of the day, 3 out of the first 5. Chad Brown, the trainer there, paying $5.04. So he won 3 out of the first 5 races at Aqueduct, and the pick 5 paid $281 and change. But the late pick 5, that was where you wanted to put your action. In the late pick 5, started out with an $11.90 winner. Then Flavien Prat's third win, the $5.04 winner. Then came the sixth race where Manny Franco and Bill Mott got together for $7.14. The seventh race, long shot, paid $23.50. And then the eighth and final race of the day, the winner paid $74.98. So there you have it. Those were the prices. The payoff in the 50-cent late pick 5 yesterday at Aqueduct, $24,709.47. So if you were one of the very few who had it, that goes on your 2025 tax return. Now, the pick six wasn't hit. 5 out of 6 paid $4,567.12. So you have a carryover in the pick six at Aqueduct, the Big A today. And as we said before, Santa Anita has been canceled. No carryover. Oh, that's right, because it was the end of the year. They had to get it rid. So there's no carryover. They just split it all up. It was mandatory payoff because we go to a new year. And you can't have it over because of the tax man, Okay? So it's all gone. Let's get started with the racing menu for today. First post times are Pacific. If you are in the Pacific time zone like we are here at the South Point, these will be the first post times rolling out in the book today here at South Point, where it's always fast, firm, and perfect, no matter what's going on outside. Fast, firm, and perfect. And if you're in the Pacific time zone, these will be your first post times. If you're not, you'll have to adjust to whatever time zone you're in, to the Pacific time zone, tweak it out so you don't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? We begin this first menu of 2026 with Gulfstream Park. Gulfstream Park has a pick six jackpot carryover of $130,527. The Rainbow Pick Six jackpot carryover today at Gulfstream, $130,527. First post time for their 10 races set at 9:20. 9:20 for their first post time at Gulfstream Park. Couple of stakes races. The Cash Run for 3-year-old fillies at a mile is the 8th race on the card, 7 before scratches. And Sakane is the 8-5 favorite with Ired Ortiz Jr. And then the 10th race, the 10th and final race, is the other stakes race of the day, the Dania Beach. The Dania Beach at a mile on the turf for 3-year-olds. Sees a field of 10 before scratches. And the 2-1 favorite there is Honey Dutch with Ired Ortiz Jr. aboard. First post time for 10 races today at Gulfstream, again at 9:20. 9:20 at Gulfstream today. The Big A, Aqueduct in New York. Well, after them cleaning up down there at Times Square, it is going to be mostly sunny, they say today. 25 degrees. Track is fast. It's sunny, but cold at Aqueduct, okay? No carryover. They gave it away yesterday. First post time is 9:40 today at Aqueduct with no stakes race today, but it's 9:40 first post for their 8-race card. Oaklawn Park has 10 races today. A good betting card at Oaklawn. It really is. 10 races. The feature race is the Oaklawn Sports Stakes. It'll be the 8th race at a mile and 1/16 for 4-year-old fillies. Remember, these were 3-year-olds yesterday, but they're 4-year-old fillies today. In that race, there are 6 entered. 7-5 favorite is Lemon Zest. Flavian Pratt aboard. That guy really moves around. He's got to take a lot of overnight flights, I can tell you that. Pratt is on the favorite at Oaklawn today. 7-5 and Lemon Zest. That's the 8th on the card. 10 races overall at Oaklawn. They have a pick six carryover they call the Class 6. Their Class 6 carryover is $20,776, and their first post time for 10 races set at 10:30. Fairgrounds has 9 races today. They've got a regular pick six carryover of $4,624. Fairgrounds first post time for 9 races set at 10:45. Turf Paradise in Phoenix, Arizona. They have a pick six jackpot carryover of $13,523. 8 races. The first race will be a quarter horse race. The last 7 will be thoroughbreds, and a first post time at Turf Paradise at 12:15. 12:15. And then we wrap it up with Turfway Park. Turfway Park has a first post time of 2:55 today. Their feature race is the Gowl Stakes for 3-year-old fillies at 6 furlongs. The Gowl, 8 go in the race before any scratches. There's 8 entered. 2-1 favorite in that one is Map of the Moon with Axel Concepcion aboard. 9 races today at Turfway Park and a first post time of 2:55 at Turfway today. Let's get out to a cold Jonathan Hardoon. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
Well,
It's cold up here.
it's cold here, but man, it must be really cold there. Nice hat.
Yeah, thank you. I was out shoveling the neighbor's walk.
You were out
She's
shoveling the neighbor's walk. Oh,
Yeah, she's an elderly woman.
oh, you're a nice
She
neighborly
woke up
person.
today and she had a nice surprise. Her walk was shoveled. We had snow overnight.
And for that good deed, you hope you can translate it in some winners today, right?
Nothing wrong with doing nice things to help people out.
You better believe it, my man. The The first great thought of 2026.
There you go.
Okay. So how cold is it?
It's 11. The weatherman said it
11
would be
degrees?
3. Yeah, so the weatherman said it would be 3. We got 11. It's like a heat wave, right?
Yeah, right.
Not-
Okay, boy. Oh, wow.
We're only 70 degrees away from Brownsville, Texas. So look at it like that.
Yeah, look at it like that. Look at the positive way. You know, glass always half full. Now, snowed up there, obviously, because you shoveled your neighbor's walkway. Down at Aqueduct, you know, there were a lot of people thinking that it might go, it might not go, but it stayed on course. It's going today, right?
Yeah, they're running it. It's like in the high 20s. They did
Okay.
have a dusting of snow, but nothing serious. And if they ran the other day, they're going to run today.
Yeah.
You know, hopeful.
Yeah, because we know there's no snow there, but I thought that maybe it'd be frigid down there too, which is, but not as bad as not as bad as yours. All right. Well, you know, we've got these 2-year-olds from last year that amassed some Kentucky Derby points, but now they're really 3-year-olds, okay? And so for the 3-year-olds, you know, we're looking at 2 races coming up on Saturday that have Kentucky Derby points.
Derby points.
Yeah, for
Right.
real, for the 3-year-olds, okay? And so one of them is the Jerome at Aqueduct. Now, the Jerome at Aqueduct, 150,000. It's at a mile. It's a 1-turn mile. But there were only 5 horses in the race. Enforced Agenda from the rail, where Flavian Pratt will be back in New York after Oaklawn, but he'll be back there to ride for George Weaver, breaking from the rail. You got the 2-horse Freedom's Echo, Dexter Haddock for Guadalupe Preciado. Number 3 is My World, Jamie Rodriguez for Brad Cox. You got the 4 Balboa, Manny Franco for Brittany Russell, and the 5 Maleta, Michelle Sanchez for Robert Reed Jr. Now, we've already got a scratch in that race, right?
The 5 is coming out. I think the 5 ran on Tuesday at Parks. There's a rumor that there may be another horse coming out.
Oh, no.
So now they're down to a field of 4. Could you imagine running the Jerome, the first stake of the year, with 3 or 4 horses in it?
Well, in
That's
this race, I guess
sign of the times, Ralph.
in this race, I guess all eyes are going to be on Balboa anyhow, right? The Brittany Russell horse.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, it's a short field. What is anything going to come out of this race that really means anything? I don't know. I mean, Brad Cox's horse has won his last 2 races, both of them at Aqueduct, including the Nashua last time out.
Uh-huh.
So obviously he's going to take a lot of money. The rail horse comes from George Weaver. 1 start, he's missed skipping all his conditions to run in this stake race. So they must have been really desperate to get horses in here. It's a shame.
Now, like you said, the 5 Maleta will be scratched.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, yeah, that's not too good. It's almost down to a match race, really, in that race. Okay, so the other one at Oaklawn Park, the Smarty Jones, at least it's got a full field in that one. And the Smarty Jones, of course, is a $250,000 stakes race, so it's $100,000 more than the Jerome. And it's at a 1.16 miles. That'll go around 2 turns at Oaklawn. But from the rail out, you got Universe, a horse that one of Kenny McPeak's key 3-year-olds, Universe. Joel Rosario will ride. The 2 is Baytown Dreamer, Orlando Bosichica for Paul McKinney. And the 3 is Boca Beach Club, Luis Saez for James DeVito. The 4 is Silent Tactic, Jamie Torres for Mark Cassie. The 5 is Rancho Santa Fe, Florent Garreau for Brad Cox. That is the favorite in the race at 5-2. The 6 is Oscar's Hope, Ricardo Santana Jr. for Tom Amos. The 7, Strategic Risk, Javier Castellano for Mark Cassie. So Cassie has a couple in the race. The 8 is Scarship, Ramon Vasquez for Ricky Corville. And the 9 is Sleeping on Freedom, Brian Hernandez for Kenny McPeak in that one there. So we're looking at, McPeak has a couple in the race. Cassie has a couple in the race. And
the Brad Cox horse is 2 for 2.
Yeah.
And there's only one horse in this. That horse's name is Rancho Santa Fe.
Right.
The interesting thing, Ralph, is we always talk about how you need a work or a race over the track. So the only horse that actually has a race over the track is the number 3 horse, Boca Beach Club, for trainer James DeVito. He ran second that day. For the most part, with the exception of the 3 and the 4-horse Silent Tactic, he at least worked over the track. No one else shows a work or a race over the track except for those 2 horses. So let's see what happens. The Brad Cox horse is supposed to be a nice horse. They're very high. The barn's very high on this horse, 2 for 2. And Florent Giraud, who's lost a lot of his business, to be honest with you, to Brad Cox because he's been using Irad Ortiz a lot. He remains on the Brad Cox.
Well,
horse,
and he
so
uses
that's good.
Flavien Prat when he can too, right?
Yeah.
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 Now, this time of the year, there are jockeys, pun intended, jockeying for position to try to get on try to see if they can get on as many horses leading up to the Derby as they can so they can make a choice later on. And I guess that's the reason why Javier Castellano, who does not ride at Oaklawn, I think he's down in Florida right now, but he's got him out. He's going to be riding Mark Cassie's, one of Mark Cassie's 2 horses, Strategic Risk, in that race for possibilities down the road, I guess.
Absolutely. They're looking to, they're making a long-term investment here, Ralph. They're getting on horses now. They're getting promises, I guess, if they like the horse, that they'll get first right to refuse, if they find another mount. But I think it's just way too early, Ralph. We're 5 months away from May. That's crazy. Everyone's talking about points. I could guarantee you, at 40, how many horses have points already?
Well, there's more than 40. I didn't want to go through the whole list, but I did the top 40. Yeah.
So there are 60 horses with points, let's say. How many of these 60 horses do you really think will be around come May, the first Saturday of May? I promise you, not many.
But at the same time, Jonathan,
you have to get the points. I understand. If you have the opportunity to get them, you're going to take them now.
Not to mention the fact that, like, you got Bob Baffert, he's got 7 in the top 40 already. He can't run all when the points really get good from the 50 to 100. He can't run like 3 or 4 horses in a race because it's not going to be a 3-horse dead heat. So he's trying to get as many points for as many horses as he can, and you got to spread them out doing it. And I guess the ones that are more precocious right now at 2-year-old, they ran. And so the other 3-year-olds, probably the ones that are better suited, really, are going to be showing up a little bit later on.
Yeah, they're not going to squeeze them early, because the big points come later. Like you said, getting 10 points now, well, it helps, if you're on the bubble later in the game. But as it stands now, again, to me, it's just way too early to be talking about this.
Well, let's they
That's my opinion.
They are now 3-year-olds. They're grown up now. They're 3-year-olds. You got to pull their own weight now.
A lot happened overnight, Ralph. A lot happened overnight.
Yes.
They turned to 3.
It's their bar mitzvah. They're now 3-year-olds. They're adults.
You are now men.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Let's get started with getting some winners on this first day of 2026.
Okay, so let's go to Aqueduct and look at their 8th and final race. It's a 1-turn flat mile, and I really like the number 9 horse in here, House United. This is a 5-year-old gelding from the Ilke Kanamasi barn. Shahin Savici rides. Boy, say that fast. Anyway, draw a line through this horse's last race. It was around 2 turns, 1 1/8. Cuts back to a 1-turn mile today where he does his best running. 4-1 on the morning line. Number 9, House United, gets us our first winner of the year in today's 8th race out at Aqueduct.
And that is, by the way, folks, the final race today. They only have 8 today at Aqueduct. And in the 8th race, number 9, House United, is Jonathan Hardoon's pick for us at the Big A, 8th race, the 9. Okay, where next?
Let's go to Gulfstream and look at race number 9, 1 1/8 on Tapeta. And everybody knows trainer Marty Drexler for the last couple of years has had major success at Gulfstream, especially with Woodbine shippers. And that's the case here. Number 1, Design. Tyler Gaffleone, who rides a lot of winners for Marty Drexler, 12-1 on the morning line. I like number 1, Design, to upset in today's 9th race out at Gulfstream Park.
In the 9th race, for all of those valid reasons, in the 9th race, number 1, Design, the 1 at 12-1 on the morning line. Number 1 in the 9th at Gulfstream is Jonathan's pick there. I do believe that you have 3 sheets, but you have 3 sheets though, right?
Yeah, I have Oaklawn, I have Gulfstream, and I have Aqueduct.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's right. All right. Put your gloves on. He's got his gloves. He's got his,
out.
Oh, you're going back out now? Good. Because because I was going to say if you are in the house, right?
Yes.
You can turn the heater on if you want to.
The fireplace is going and it's still freezing.
All right, you got it.
Whatever.
You got it, Jonathan. Thanks so much. Happy New Year to you and yours, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All right, you got it. We're going to our first break, and when we come back, a little bit more sanity maybe with Rich Eng. Don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going, every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
Are you ready to lock in your bets and cash in on the games this weekend? Get weekly football winners from Alex White, Chris Andrews, and Vinny Malulo.
I did take the dog 3.5.
I'm going to stay with the culture. That's definitely going to be one of my plays.
If the Bears have turned the corner, they have to take care of business in this game.
Yes.
Tune in for behind-the-book perspectives you won't find anywhere else.
If you're looking to bet the under, you're going to get a better number.
The wise guys are certainly not going to play the favorites.
I know if it hits 7, don't blink. Maybe that's what bettors are waiting for.
Every NFL matchup, every college game that matters, the spreads, the stats, and the smart money plays.
Is there a way to bet against both teams?
Get your winning edge with Football Frenzy, streaming on YouTube every Friday at noon Pacific.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Do want to remind everybody out there, we're getting into the crunch time for the football season. Come on, we're already in the college football playoffs for the college football championship, and already one upset yesterday in the first go-rounds here. And, of course, the NFL in crunch. They're in their last regular season week, and, of course, there's a lot on the line still for that, and then they get into the playoffs. And, we got to know as much as we can about all of this stuff because these are championship runs. This is for the college football championship and for the Super Bowl. So in order to get caught up, if you're not really handicapping a lot on football, I got the answer for you. Sports by the book. These folks do hard work. They do as much handicapping in sports as we do in horse racing. And you can get caught up and get all they have to offer at Sports by the Book right here on the South Point Streaming Network, where you're watching our show now. You watch Sports by the Book. Just click it on, and it's going to be really great. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe to Sports by the Book just like you do for the Race Day show. It costs you nothing. Just get on there and subscribe, and you'll be just fine, okay? All right, let's go out to Rich Eng right now. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners, and Happy New Year. And Ralph, this hat, it has Chinese writing on it, but this was a limited edition Vegas Golden Knights hat that they printed for Chinese New Year. So it says Happy New Year in Chinese.
Well, duly noted. Thanks a lot. Richie, you do a lot of hard work for us on football too. You've been on a hell of a run. You gave us two games yesterday. 1-1. The Texas won and covered easily, but boy, that second game, Ohio State was shocked by Miami, and Miami, believe it or not, winning their first game to get to Ohio State, which is ranked second in the brackets of the playoffs, and knocked them out. And I mean, it wasn't just a fluke. They dominated that game all through the game. They got the selection committee off the hooks because a lot of people thought that Notre Dame should have been in instead of Miami, but Miami proved they should have been in there.
Yeah, Miami was like one of the last teams to get in. They were the 11th seed. I think the team that's might be behind them is like Alabama or something. But anyway, the key to the game, Ralph, was the Miami of Florida offensive and defensive lines dominated the game.
Yeah.
And to me, the way I handicapped it, that that was shocking to me. I didn't think they would dominate the line of scrimmage like that against a very, very good Ohio State football team. But the key play of the game, I thought, was that interception by Miami of Florida, run back for a touchdown. Because you take that away, the game was almost like dead even. But to me, a play like that is what we call great film work, because when the kid saw the formation, the way Ohio State was lining up, he knew something was coming up. So he broke on the ball. It looked like he was the receiver and on the screen pass and not the Ohio State player. And that was an easy interception, touchdown. Ohio State played well in the second half, but when you spot a really good football team 14-0, it's hard to come back. But congratulations to Miami. I saw the stat that the Chatters had. Certainly, I was aware of last year. All the teams that had the bye went 0-4.
Yep.
And this year now it's 0-1. So if people want to bet that trend, they know what to do for the next 3 games.
Well, what teams got the bye on today with the 3 bowl games we got today?
Well, in the first game, we got Oregon against Texas Tech. Oregon played. Texas Tech has the bye, so using that trend, you would like Oregon,
right?
And then you've got Indiana had the bye, and they play Alabama
because they're number one ranked. They're number 1 ranked overall, Indiana, so they got the bye too. Yeah,
that's correct. And then the third game, Georgia got the bye, and they are playing Mississippi. Ole Miss. This is their second matchup. And maybe call me stubborn, Ralph, but I'm gonna go against the rest versus the rest. I'm gonna go with Georgia. Georgia's gonna be my pick. They're -6.5. They played already once this year in the SEC. Mississippi played very well for the first 3 quarters. Georgia dominated the fourth quarter and pulled away late, but I really like the way this Georgia football team played at the end of the season. So my official pick, I'm going to go against the rest. I'm going to go with Georgia -6.5 over Ole Miss.
Well, you would think that stat's not going to be continuing to sooner or later somebody's going to break that stat. And Georgia, you think, is going to do that today. And, of course, I think the other 2 games with the byes, those 2 teams are favorites as well in their bowl games, right?
Well, yeah, Texas Tech is a small favorite, and Indiana is a 7-point favorite in their game. Yes.
Okay, and these are the college playoffs now. These bowl games today are part of the college playoffs for the college championship, and of course, we'll rely on you for a little bit of the kind of like the last week of the NFL, where a lot of teams are just playing for not to get hurt.
Yeah, you really have to take a look at what's involved with these teams.
Yeah.
Some teams are playing for next year. Some teams are playing for this year. They're seeding in the playoffs, and they're seeding also in the draft picks. For example, the Raiders. Ralph, if the Raiders beat the Chiefs and lose the number 1 overall pick, I mean, that should get Pete Carroll fired probably by itself.
Well, it looks like some of the decisions he's made in the last couple of weeks looks like he's trying to get the number 1 seed. He won't say that, but it looks that way. That's for sure. All right, you got a pick for me in horses?
Yeah, let's go to Gulfstream Park. Race number 7 is one turn. I'm sorry, it's 7.5 furlongs on the grass. Let's go with the number 4 horse, Storm the Streets. 9-2 in the morning line. We got Richard Dutrow. He claimed this horse for $30,000. He's run the horse a couple of times. This is the lowest of class of the 3 starts that he's had. This horse, John Velasquez writes 4. Storm the Streets in race number 7.
All right, 7th race at Gulfstream Park. Number 4, Storm the Streets. The 4 in the 7th race at Gulfstream, Rich Ang's selections. And, of course, Richie will be back doing his selections for Santa Anita when Santa Anita gets back. But in the meantime, we'll take his daily picks and, of course, his football as well. Hey, thanks a lot, Richie. And Happy New Year to you. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Good luck, everybody.
Okay. Now we'll take a break, and when we get back, we're going to Southern California to find out what the heck the weather is down there with John Lindo. And, of course, wrapping it up with Jerry. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back in Southern California now is John Lindo, and we're going to get to him right now. John, good morning. Is it going to rain on the Rose Bowl parade today?
That's affirmative, Ralph. Happy New Year. Yeah, it's pouring outside my house right now, and it's been raining all morning up in Pasadena, and they're getting ready for the Rose Parade now. Everybody's wearing those garbage bag ponchos and everything else. So expect wet Colorado Boulevard today.
You know, it is a known fact that normally when you sit down and watch the Rose Parade on New Year's morning, it is the Chamber of Commerce type of broadcast where it really showcases the great weather you have in Southern California. But that ain't the case today, and I got to tell you, it wasn't the case last night here in Las Vegas either. It was raining, it was misty, but we still got the fireworks and everything out. And there were a lot of, like you say, garbage bag ponchos out there on the Strip last night as well. And we're still getting it today. It is just a damp, miserable day here, but it's always fast, firm, and perfect in the race book. And we do have some nice cards out at Oaklawn and Aqueduct and at Gulfstream today anyway. So.
Well, Ralph, I tell you what, if the California Horse Racing Board was handling the Rose Bowl today, they would be off the turf, and we would probably have it postponed or moved to SoFi Stadium. But we'll get through it, and it's all right. It's the first time in 20 years it's rained on New Year's morning.
And you got to remember that all of the floats in the Rose Parade are done with plants, either flowers or plants. That's all it is. That's why they call it the Rose Parade. So there's going to be some plants that are soggy out there on the floats, I'm sure.
It will be, but it's still fun to watch.
It's still the Rose Parade, that's for sure. All right, well, John, since there is no Santa Anita racing, what are predictions? What do you get? What kind of odds are you given that they're going to run tomorrow?
I don't know. I've been reaching out. I haven't heard anything yet. It's raining so much today. I know tomorrow morning there are no workers on the main track already. That's been sent out by the racing office. There'll only be joggers on the main track.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a good sign for racing in the afternoon, but it's not supposed to rain tomorrow. We're supposed to get a dry day, and then it's supposed to pick up some rain again Saturday, Sunday.
Well, let's put it this way. It depends on how much rain that the Santa Anita racetrack is going to get soaked with on the turf today. And as you say, it's going to be raining all day, and it was raining yesterday. So let's hope they got a good drainage system there. But in the meantime, you have the Lindo Report here at the South Point, free of charge, exclusively. The only place you can get the Lindo Report in the gaming capital is here. So what's the Lindo Report doing?
I did the late pick 5 today at Oaklawn Park, where the weather would be in the high 60s, no rain forecast. So, good field sizes. I thought, well, that looks like an interesting series of races. So we did that today.
Yes, and they've got top jocks, top trainers, and top purse money there as well. All right, so let's get to Oaklawn Park then. 10 races, and of course the late pick 5 will start in the 6th race, where you got field sizes of 14, 10, 6, 11, and 14 again. So it's going to be a good pick 5 there, and you have a pick 5 Lindo Report for that at Oaklawn today here at the South Point. But I know that you have a pick for us too.
Yeah, let's go to race number 7 at Oaklawn. In the 7th race today, number 6, Progeny, has improved since being claimed by Merton. Excuse my pronunciation name. Cantormachi is his last name.
Cantormachi, yeah.
It's gotten better with every start. Has a good race over Oaklawn, which you guys have already mentioned. A good race over that track is a big plus. There's some speed in here. I think she falls into a good trip right behind the speed. 5-1 on a filly on the improved number 6 Progeny, race number 7, Oaklawn Park.
All right, 7th race at Oaklawn, number 6 Progeny, the 6th and the 7th race. And for those of you that don't play Oaklawn often, John's going to give us an update on the jockey trainer standings.
Well, going into this week, Christian, the leading jockey, he's got 13 wins. Luis Sayas right behind him with 11, and then you have Francisco Arrieta and Ramon Vasquez. They've each got 10. As far as the trainers go, Steve Asmussen is the leading trainer. He's got 8 winners. Mark Cassie is right behind with 7, and then you have Kenny McPeak and Lindsey Schultz, a new name. They've each got 4 winners down there at Oaklawn.
Favorites,
Ralph, are below normal, 31% at Oaklawn, which means there's value in those big fields.
There is value there. That is absolutely for sure. And Christian Torres, always a solid rider right now, the leading jockey there at Oaklawn. Well, you have a sheet ready for today, the Linda Report here at the South Point, free of charge, exclusively. The only place you can get it in this gaming capital. Happy New Year to you, John, and all the folks down there, and of course your significant other. And we will try to dry out and get started tomorrow.
Well, enjoy the pigskin and the ponies today, Ralph. Make some money. Good luck.
All right, you got it, my man. And now we're going to go out to Jerry Jackowitz standing by. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph.
Happy
New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year to you and yours, and Bobby, of course. And is it as damp up there where you're at as it is down here at South Point?
I got the bucket out in the backyard, and we're at least that much water.
Yeah, okay.
In the bucket.
So we're
it didn't stop. I happened to wake up in the middle of the night, and it was still light raining all night long. And
yeah, we thought maybe that you would be going to bed in the middle of the night, but I guess you didn't party last night.
No, I went to sleep pretty late.
Okay.
I'm going right back to sleep when I finish this operation.
All right, okay. In other words, then you did see the ball drop in New York.
Oh yeah, no, I saw the ball. I saw the ball drop.
Okay. Sure. Well, Santa Anita.
But you know what? I saw Dana and Kim kiss at midnight. So there you go.
Okay, I don't want to go down that road because is that local?
Well, the Wagners, the Wagners.
Oh, okay, the Wagners. Okay, that's our local. I was talking about our local, right? And they're married, by the way, folks.
Right.
Don't want to start any rumors there. So you actually stayed up to watch the New Year's at midnight here in Las Vegas, too.
Right.
Okay, good.
No, I saw the ball drop in New York also. So
yeah, and fireworks. You like the fireworks through all that rain?
I thought it was impressive that they got them off.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I thought the best part was around the stratosphere. That was really pretty exciting.
Yeah, they do a good job at the Strat. Okay, time to get started with a pick. You've got an Aqueduct power page available, and of course, it'll be nice racing there at Aqueduct today. Chilly, but nice. Do you have us a pick?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to go to the third race. I just want to point out that we often talk about my P's and M's and all, my stars, my B's. I also put, when I see a horse that's loose speed, I put a 1 next to his name. And
the number, I'm glad you mentioned that, because on your sheet, you do have numbers next to the names sometimes. Those numbers represent their quality of speed?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I think the horse is going to be, able to have so dominant early speed, I'll put a 1 next to it. If I think the horse is going to dominate the early pace, but as a closer, I'll put, a close to pace closer, I'll put a 2 next to it. But I'm really more interested in the 1s. And I'll tell you what, yesterday I noticed that it was really an inside speed track at Aqueduct.
Yeah, it was.
And that type of thing can exist for a while, particularly in the wintertime. And here I think we have a clear early speed advantage going 2 turns for a horse that could win in 2 turns.
Okay, go.
So there's a lot of little things here, a lot of little edges. And, I like small edges at big prices.
Sure.
I think King's Leap, the 1, at 3-1 is a very, very decent bet in the third race.
Okay.
So I'm going to, and it may be just a win bet or a win place type bet, might be just enough. But I'm going to play the 1 with the 3-5-6, reverse 3-5-6 over the 1. I don't like the favorite so much. He's got that bad outside position.
Okay.
If it's an inside speed track, that puts extra pressure on the 6 horse.
Okay.
So I think a 1-3-3-1 is a good press job.
All right, so the 1 is the key based on your assumption of the handicapping of the race, the way the track plays. The 1 is the key. Link-ups are 3-5-6 in reverse, and then you are going to take another 1-3-3-1, right?
Correct.
Okay, and that's in the third race today at Aqueduct. Want to remind everybody out there that power pages for Aqueduct today are available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. On behalf of everybody here at the Race Day Show, want to wish everybody out there a great New Year's. And you have one more thing to say, Jerry.
Happy Have a great race day, everybody.